Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shiraz Masood and I am teaching physics in Adbistane Sufia for O-level classes. Today, the topic of our discussion is transfer of thermal energy. According to the Cambridge syllabus, the transfer of thermal energy is unit number 9. So, the transfer of thermal energy consists of the following important points, which we will discuss in this chapter. The transfer of thermal energy, conduction, convection, radiation, and the applications of conduction, convection, and radiation. In this lecture, in this video, we will discuss about conduction and its applications. Okay, let's start. What is meant by the transfer of thermal energy? Thermal means heat, basically. Here in this diagram we will consider two objects, object A and object B. Object A is at temperature TA, object B is at temperature TB. The object A is at higher temperature as compared to the object B, as TA is greater than TB. That means object A is hotter and the object B is colder. When these two objects come close in contact with each other, some energy is transferred from A to B. That energy transfer is said to be heat. It means when any two objects of different temperature become in contact with each other, the heat is transferred from hotter object to colder object. So, the thermal energy always flow from region of higher temperature to the region of lower temperature. The net flow of thermal energy occurs only when there is a difference in temperature. The types of thermal energy transfer. There are three main types of thermal energy transfer: conduction, convection, and radiation. Conduction, that can take place within the solid only. Convection, that take place in liquid and also in gases. The radiations that can take place only in the gases. So, in this diagram, it is an example of all three types of energy transfer: conduction, convection, and radiations. Now, we will discuss about conduction in this chapter. What is the learning outcome at the end of this session or at the end of this video? You should be able to describe how energy transfer occurs in solid at molecular level. Let's begin. Conduction. What is meant by conduction? Conduction is basically the transfer of thermal energy. Therm means heat. So the transfer of heat, or simply the transfer of thermal energy, through a medium without any flow of medium. The term without any flow of medium is very important here, as it means the molecules can only vibrate about their mean position. They cannot travel from one place to other place physically, or simply they cannot flow. They cannot move, but they only vibrate about a fixed position. So conduction is a mode of transfer of thermal energy in a medium without any flow of molecules or without any flow of medium. The particles at a heated end vibrate vigorously. There is a fire. The one end of a rod is on the fire, and the particles or the molecules or the atoms at this end get heated. The molecules absorb kinetic energy. The molecule absorb heat. Their kinetic energy increases and they start vibrating more vigorously. So when they vibrate more vigorously, they collide with their neighboring particles. Their neighboring particles can also vibrate with the larger amplitude, and energy is transferred from molecule to molecule. When this energy is transferred from molecule to molecule, then this energy can be traveled towards the colder end and eventually reaches the colder end. Eventually the particles at the cooler end are also set into a vigorous vibration and gain thermal energy. So this is the process of conduction, in which the molecules gain thermal energy from the fire. Their average kinetic energy increases, their vibration increases vigorously, and they collide with their neighboring molecule, transfer energy, and that is how energy can be transferred from molecule to molecule and reaches the colder end. Now we will describe this process by a simple diagram. Heat from the source as causing the atoms of a solid to vibrate and gain kinetic energy. Heat is absorbed by the metal. Inside the metal there are molecules. When after a couple of seconds these molecules absorb heat, these atoms cause neighboring atoms to vibrate. Kinetic energy is transferred from one atom to the next, and that is how the energy can be spreaded. In this diagram, after a few more seconds or a couple of minutes, the heat is transferred from the molecule on the fire to the other molecules by colliding. It means heat energy is conducted through the solid in this way. As the atom of a solid gains kinetic energy and the temperature of a solid increases. Conduction in metals. In all the solid, the thermal energy is transferred through the vibration and collision of particles. In the previous discussion, we will discuss about the molecules vibration, about the collision. Here we will discuss about a second point, due to which energy can be transferred in conduction. Due to the presence of free electrons, that is a very important point, the energy in a metal can transfer through vibration as well as through free electrons. It is a very important 2 marks question, that how energy can be transferred in metal. 1 marks, you secure 1 marks by writing that due to the vibration and collision, the energy can be transferred within the solid, and the 2nd marks is secured by writing that there are free electrons. What these free electrons can do? They can carry thermal energy and spread through electron diffusion. The electrons gain kinetic energy, move more rapidly. They collide with the atom in the cooler part of the metal and pass on their energy into the process. Here these small red are electrons, and these are the molecules. These are the atoms. When these electrons gain kinetic energy, gain thermal energy from the hotter end, moving towards this other end, they can collide the molecules or the atoms. When they collide, they lose their thermal energy and transfer it to the atoms. That is how the atoms at the colder end gain thermal energy. Conduction in liquid and gases. The particles in a liquid and gases are spaced apart as compared to solid. The collision between the particle occurs less frequently, slow transfer of kinetic energy. When there is a slow transfer of kinetic energy, so they are the poor conductor of heat. That is the reason conduction cannot take place in liquid and gases. As in liquid and gases, the molecules can actually flow from one part to the other, whereas according to the definition of a conduction, here is the definition of a conduction. The thermal energy, conduction is a transfer of thermal energy through a medium without any flow of medium. Molecules cannot move in conduction. They can only vibrate about a fixed position, while in liquid and gases, the molecules can actually travel from one part to the other. So there is a flow of medium in liquid and gases, while in conduction there is without flow of any medium. So conduction only takes place in solids. Okay, now we will consider an activity that conduction in a liquid is a very slow process. That is why conduction do not occur in liquid. We have an ice cube that is wrapped with a wire gauze. Here is an ice cube, here is a water, here is a flame. This flame heat the water above, as we know that hot water being less dense rises up. So the water rises up and evaporate. When it evaporates, the hot molecules cannot go in the downward direction. That is why the ice melt very slow, or we said that it do not melt. That is why due to the flame the ice do not melt, so conduction cannot take place in liquid. Now we will discuss about the conductors and the insulators. A material through which heat can move easily, they are called the conductors. The example of conductors are iron, silver, aluminium, stainless steel, copper. They are the examples of metal that are a very good conductor. And also the metals have a free electrons in which conduction can take place, whereas in insulators, a material that heat does not move through easily is an insulator. It is also said to be a poor conductor. For example, plastic, wood, rubber, glass, they are all good insulators, or simply they are all poor conductors. Many cooking utensils and handles are made up of plastic, wood and rubber, so heat cannot touch our hand. It is also a good insulator. The applications of heat transfer, that is conduction. Now we will discuss about the application of conductions. Uses of a good conductor of heat. Number 1. The cooking utensils like saucepan, like frying pan, like boilers, like base of an iron, like soldering iron. They are all the cooking utensils. Their base is made up of good conductor, so heat can quickly and easily reaches the food and cook it. In case of electric iron, the base is made up of good conductor, so it can press the clothes. Similarly, the soldering iron, its tip is made up of copper, which is a very good conductor and used for soldering. Second use of good conductor of heat is mercury in a thermometer, as it is a good conductor. Although mercury is a liquid, but it is a very good conductor. The third use is a metal doorknob that feels cold to touch, as the heat is conducted away from the hand. These are all the metal knobs. When we touch it, when we rotate it, we feel cold, as the heat is conducted away from our hand. It is made up of metal. So the conductor and the insulator have different sensations. Conductor always feel colder, whereas the insulator do not feel colder. Use of a bad conductor of heat. Materials such as cork, fiberglass, styrofoams are bad conductor of heat. This is due to a lot of air trapped in them. Air is a good insulator of heat. For example, these are the corks, these are the styrofoams. They can trap air and behave like a good conductors. Similarly, the woolen clothes, they are used to keep the people warm in winter. The clothes, they trap air inside and act as a good insulator. The animals have a thick fur to reduce heat loss in the cold surrounding, like these examples. The third use of bad conductor of heat is the handle of cooking utensils. They are made up of wood or the plastic. These handles are made up of good insulator, so we can easily cook the food and heat cannot reach us through conduction. Similarly, we can hold it by these handles which are made up of good insulator, that is the plastic or the wood.